Hi, this is Brad with Vintage Camper Rescue, and this is the final reveal video for the 62 Aristocrat that came into our shop on about May 15th. So we're about 225 hours into this build, and it is 99% done. We didn't get all the J-rail on because our supplier didn't get it to us on yesterday. So we're going to wait for it and have it actually all the J-rail finished up probably Tuesday when it gets here. All right, let's do the walk around. So we have a 7-pin RV style connection for your connector and a 2-inch ball, and we refreshed this hitch with a new spring and a new wheel jack with a wheel, 2-inch wheel there. These propane tanks are original. They were just sanded down and then repainted in the same color as the camper. They're not connected because I still have to get them certified, which I'll probably do next week. But 1959, what we had to do was take off the old OPD valves and put on these new modern OPDs. So they'll do the test out and get them recertified. It'd be good for, I think it's 5 or 7 years, I'm not sure. Anyway, here in the front is your freshwater drain, the propane connection, and then the original badge that was on the original trailer. This whole frame was blasted down and then recoated, and we put a hard pan underneath the camper, an upgrade from the original, which was fiber board, so there's now a metal hard pan on the camper. The paint came out just amazing. You can see the reflection in there. But this green, that's Volkswagen Silk Green, came out super nice. The original Pathfinder 662s, front and rear amber and reds. We recovered these, refinished them, put new bulbs and new bulb hardware. Gravity drain, or gravity fill, I mean. 110 power, just your shore power hookup, just a standard plug. We took off the old-fashioned 3-way plug that was not safe anymore. This is your panel access for the refrigerator. You don't need to get in there unless there's being service done. So daylight drain for the sink. Typically a hose is attached to this into a 5-gallon bucket. Depending on your campground rules, you might have to put it into an actual portable tank device, but it's just a gray water drain for the sink. Brand new tires, Carlisle, USA made. Brand new rims and hubcaps, moon caps. So those came out super nice. Kept the original chrome trim along the edges. Rear luggage compartment with a new key access in there. So got a nice little luggage setup. All the windows and screens were done. All glasses intact. All windows are screened. New lights in the back, but these are incandescent, and these are the original style that was on there. Plate. Rear luggage compartment with a new key also. Love this back window. It's just so much light comes in on this thing. It's just amazing. So here's a little look inside. The couch in the rear and the couch in the front and the sink. All right. Let's continue walking around. So the J-rail is on the curbside. So we got the curbside done. Original badging, the RVIA, we just polished it up, and the original coach. This is the storm lock for opening a door, and then the vent for the battery on the front side. All right, and then the step has been sandblasted. I'll pull this out for shows or something, but these things notoriously, you can walk on them all you want, but I always like to leave them up and then use this as my step. So just a habit I've gotten to. A refurbished L66 Bargman lock with a new key and 2 sets of keys, so it works great. It does have a locking mechanism, and there is a full screen door. Okay, so that's pretty cool. No bugs. All right, walking inside. Everything is 12 volt in this camper, so there is a master shutoff switch for the 12 volt system, so when you're storing it for winter, or if you're just away for a long time, you can actually disconnect the 12 volt and take the key. It isolates the entire 12 volt system, all right? Front couch. This gas lamp that we converted to a 12 volt appliance. 12 volt vintage style light over the couch. A converted appliance into 12 volt. This is an original fixture. Check out that glass there. Light under the sink, also 12 volt. Light above the rear bed. Another vintage appliance, 12 volt. We did convert this from a 20, so this plug is abandoned. All right. propane stove. It's all been refreshed up. I did the test earlier in the video, so I'm not going to turn on now. So I don't have propane in the tanks. The tanks are empty, so I can get a dry weight for you. Refrigerator was tested, and it gets down to cold in about an hour. When starting the refrigerator, oops, you pull this thing down. Not supposed to pop out, but there's little hinges. There's a push button. You just push this little button here, and then hold a flame under here, and you keep the button pushed in for about 60 seconds until you hear a click. There is a safety shutoff device in the back that keeps the gas from flowing in case it comes off. 4 drawers underneath. There is a smoke detector in there, so you can put the smoke detector wherever you like. Propane gas detector is a safety device also. I have that in all builds. If it does go off, there's a silent button. Sometimes it'll go off if you're like cooking in here. So if you do, just open windows, get some more ventilation. And there is a crank up vent, brand new one. It's metal though, and in the center there, so you can get air circulation. Cool vintage pattern that's all original there. So like in previous videos, original cabinets, original closets. Lots of space in these guys here. So we had welting all the way around the build, where the walls meet the ceiling. We kept the original posts for this. Used to be a cloth bunk bed. Probably not going to have a cloth bunk bed, but we kept the hardware because that's part of the original thing. Cool thing is that there's a back pocket here. It's like a little map pocket, so you can hide or put stuff back in the back there. All right, so front bed, it's gaucho style, so this bed slides out. I'll demonstrate that in a little bit. But there's also an access under the bed as well. So there's your rear cargo door, and there's the street side cargo door, okay? Under sink access. This is also under sink. This is where your propane comes in as well. All right, and then the front couch. Dual table setups, so you can have them both down or one or none. So these go up real easy. Just lift them up. They're on hinges. Check out that. These cleaned up and polished up really cool. So they just lift straight up, lock in, and these just pull down and stow away. Sometimes these pulls will slip out. If they do, just poke it back up in there, okay? Same thing. Just pull it up, clicks in place, grab this part, not the pulls. If you pull the pole will just come right out. So don't grab it just by the pull. You want to pull it by this little here. Pull it forward, down, and it clicks in. If you pull it by this pull, like I said, it'll just pop right out. Water pump switch. I usually turn it on when I'm using water, and then turn it off at night, because if it hunts for pressure at 2 in the morning, it'll wake you up. Regular faucet, and this just drains down outside, and then got the original plate seal there for it as well. So that's kind of a cool save. Cutting board. So it does have a cutting board in it. All right, windows. This is kind of cool. These are some big pane windows, so you can open these guys up and get a lot of airflow, okay? All the window cranks were inspected and they work. So, all right, let's demonstrate the beds. These beds are super simple and easy to operate. So they're gaucho style, so they are couched during the day, and when you want to slide them out, just lift up, pull forward, boom, it's a bed. When you're done, just lift the cushion up, lift this up, and slide straight back. And it's a couch again. It's that simple. So I'll do the back bed now also. All right, so this is the rear gaucho bed. This thing, when it folds out, is about the size of a queen size bed, and it folds out just as easily as the front. So just come in here, pull it, straight forward, pops in, cushion goes back, and it's a queen size bed. All right, so folding it back in is also just as easy. This flips forward, this flips up, back, down, done. It's a couch again, so 30 seconds or less. We're going to take a look at some of the systems really quick. They're very simple in this camper. 12 volt deep cycle marine battery, brand new, 4 of 23. It is automatically charged with a 700 milliamp trickle charger when it is plugged into shore power. This is a 18-gallon water holding tank with a gravity fill. The small hose is the vent for when you're filling, and also the overflow. There is power underneath here for that charging system or any other accessory that might be needed. Brand new Seaflow water pump. It's self-priming, so if it is dry, it won't burn up, but if you do add water, it'll self-prime, so you don't have to worry about priming all the stuff anymore. Control box for the 7-way RV plug and all things. Your 12-volt fuse, so it is a fused 12-volt system, so if anything fuses pop, you'll see a red light, you know exactly which fuse to pull out. And then dual 15-amp circuits, so the side of the coach is all one circuit, and then the plugs underneath here are a whole separate circuit. So if you need to run something with high power, there's a dedicated plug just for that. All right, so that's it for systems on this camper. Very simple. All right, well, this is Brad, Vintage Camper Rescue, with your short walkthrough. Well, I think I cooked my drill. It won't even start up anymore. Wow. Fire in the hole.